surrounding communities. But even as great as that, equally important, we also have talent from as far away as Brooklyn, Jersey City, New York City, people who have traveled an hour and a half to rehearse, to come and share their talent with us. And so I'd like to also applaud them for an awesome achievement that you're going to see tonight. This marks several milestones. One milestone that I'd like to recognize is that this is the beginning of what I see as the emphasis on the arts in Berners Township, and we are quite proud of that. I'd like to also recognize another milestone, and that is that the Trilogy Repertory Company is, in fact, the first community theater permitted to produce this show since the musical closed. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is an astounding achievement. I'd like to thank you. And then I'd like to also recognize another milestone, and that is the Berners Township Recreation Department. This is their 13th year of producing plays in the park. And so we're going to see more of that. And I'd like to bring to stage right now Jaye Barre, accepting on behalf of the Trilogy Repertory Company a resolution of the Berners Township Committee recognizing this awesome achievement. And I'd like everyone to give them a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Mayor Barre. I would like to thank everyone who has come over the years and supported us from that first production 13 years ago that ran for 3 days, rained out everyone, performed in the high school, and where we have come from that day to this is just amazing. And I'd like to thank you. It's really due to everybody who's sitting out there in the audience, so thank you.
Thank you. And then one from this side, turn around.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Few brief announcements. Bathrooms are down in the brown building on your left as you walk down the pathway. It is the Rich Ice Hockey team that is raising funds for their program by selling concessions. We are also raising money to offset the cost of this production, since this is one of the last free theaters in New Jersey, and we invite you to buy a program for $1 or a t-shirt, or make a donation if you care to, if you like what you've seen here tonight. Lastly, I'd like to thank our corporate sponsor, Tilcon Millington Quarry. This is quite an honor for us, and it's thanks to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Trilogy and everyone concerned with this production, let's set sail on the Titanic.
duplicate great works at once magnificent and impossible. On desert sands, 2 mountains of stone, a pyramid. From flying buttresses alone, a wall of light. A chapel ceiling screaming one man's ecstasy, one man's ecstasy. Miracles, them all, China's endless wall, Stonehenge, the Parthenon, the Duomo, the aqueducts of Rome. We did not attempt to make with mammoth blocks of stone a giant pyramid. No, not a pyramid. No Gothic walls that radiate with light. Our task was to dream upon and then create a floating city. Floating city. The human metropolis. A complete civilization, sleek and fast, at once a poem and the perfection of physical engineering. At once a poem and the perfection of physical engineering. How did they build Titanic? Near 1,000 feet in length. Huge beyond past endeavors, strong beyond mortal strength. 46,000 tons of steel, 11 stories high. She's a great palace floating, quiet as a lullaby. Fare thee well, my darling, I'll be back before a fortnight has passed. Fare thee well, my darling, I'll be back before a fortnight has passed. Fare thee well, my darling, I'll be back before a fortnight has passed. Barry, don't go off the Baltic. Please, look out for majestic Harris Pride, wireless operator with the Marconi International Marine Signal. Communities coming in. She is towering high, broad and grand, ship of dreams, sailing day, morning bright, in your flight, ship of dreams. She's straight and alive, the smoke from her funnel trailing, her prow like a knife, she'll cut through the waves, unveiling. Underway, time and speed unexplored, and I'll be aboard that ship of dreams. Never know it's the first time it's Titanic. When you look like your morning, it's me. When you look like your morning, it's morning, Captain. 36,000 guns in Titanic. Morning, Mr. Hitchens. Morning, Mr. Pittsburgh. Morning, Mr. Murdoch. Morning, Captain. Morning, Murdoch. Morning, Aye, Captain. Not as fast as this, Mr. Ismay. Never quite like this one, sir. The pride of mankind, dominion over the sea. The stream of progress, it brings great honor to me who become paramount and the builder and the owner of the largest moving object in the world. Mr. Pittman, the immortal captain.
Arriving now from the boat train, direct from Waterloo Station, may proceed to the parlor suite, A62.
Her name is Madeline. She's on the master second wife, is only 19 years old, and now she's married to a prominent man worth over $150 million and 29 years of freedom. She's only been married 7 months, and she's already 7 months pregnant. Yeah, that's scandal, because they ran away to her for a boy and a tea. A boy and a tea.
Mr. and Mrs. Isidore Strauss may proceed to parlor suite B55.
Our name on it. Never seen by looking at that Maggie and her brother from Macy's department store. Oh, Macy's department store. Outright. And he closes by the President Grover Cleveland served an house representative to Boulder. And that's why before evening I am back behind as well. The two of them have been wintering on the
Mr. Benjamin Guggenheim and party will find his customary suite on A deck.
Made his money by selling gold, spend it like water. $4,500 for the Louis Vuitton suite. So he can live a luxurious living in the latest mistress. And they call that justice. They call that justice.
Mr. and Mrs. George Widener, Promenade Suite B51. Promenade Suite B58. Mrs. Charlotte Drake Cardoza, B54. last call for boarding. This is the very last call for boarding. Lift off the ramp, let's go the line. Lift up the Southerland line. Airport taxi on, let's go the horses. Horses standing at the rail. Let one great horse hail, one single train. God bless his Lord. All ashore, we're going ashore. All ashore, we're going ashore. Captain, I report this ship loaded and ready for sea. Gangway's lowered, Captain. Tug's all fast, sir. Let go the bow line. Let go the stern line. Let off the aft spring.
It's delightful. Our present speed. It is my service to these men. Never mind, let's go anyway. Thank you, sir. Again, my apologies.
Thank you, Mr. Yeston.
Yes, well, with or without champagne, I want to toast our grand ship, the Royal Mail steamer Titanic. Nearly a quarter mile in length. She's bigger, grander, and safer than any ship that's ever sailed. The greatest achievement in transatlantic navigation since the first crossing, 420 years ago. Andrew, I was just congratulating the three of us on our magnificent achievement. Progress, gentlemen. I give you progress.
Well, I trust you'll excuse us, Mr. Ismay. We have our duties.
What is our current speed?
Tis 19 knots, sir.
Really? I would have thought we were going much faster now that we cleared less. I want us to reach New York by Tuesday afternoon. Mr. Andrews, I understand that the speed of 22 knots will be necessary in order to make a 6-day crossing. In your expert opinion, is Titanic capable of that speed? Come, Andrews. Is Titanic capable of 22 knots?
Capable, yes, sir. I'm sure she is. Possibly a bit more if pushed. 23, perhaps.
Excellent. Glad to hear.
What it is customary for a maiden voyage to proceed.
Well, it's the maiden voyage that creates news, damn it. And I intend for this one to create a legend. So give it to me straight. When can we expect to run at full speed?
When the captain orders it, sir.
Then we must persuade him to do so, mustn't we?
Point of fact, Mr. Ismay, I was about to give the order when you walked in. Mr. Murdoch, increase speed, 20 knots.
20 knots. Aye, aye, sir. Mr. Bell, increase speed, 71 revolutions.
20 knots. Well, it's a start. Carry on, gentlemen.
What's your compass, Mr. Hitchens? You're drifting off course.
I don't think so,
Oh, don't argue with me, man. If I say you're off course, then you're bloody well off course.
That's not cruise for 71, Mr. Barrett.
71? If you ask me, Mr. Bell, it's a right tune for 71.
Captain's orders, Mr. Barrett. Unless you have any objections, that is.
It's his ship, isn't it? 71 it shall be. But I'll speak plain, Mr. Bell. If it were my ship, I wouldn't recommend her speed increase too quick.
Do as you're told, Mr. Barrett.
She's sparkling clean, this newborn ship, but one old thing is clear. The orders they propose above, we execute down here. We'll watch from here as up above they cattle with a glory. This wonder ship may be brand new, but it's the same old story. Stoke the fire in the hold as the men draw back. Feed the heat in the hold as the men draw back. The dust of the coal in the air is black, and a trickle of sweat runs down your back. And what are the boys from the Midlands doing here? Coal it is that makes the sea, that runs the machines that run the world, that sends the men below the ground to mine the coal each day. From Leicestershire to Nottingham, us lads that work down in the pit, knew if you get above the ground, you'd save your soul. Some way, get out of the pit, and westward I knew I could run, and ship out to sea, and there my new life will be gone. And through the tunnel at 71, it became my dream to go out to sea. But out from the mine you couldn't see. But born to the cold, there's no place for you elsewhere.
life of dangling glue to shovel in the boiler room, but now you're 7 decks below a decent feet. And nothing has changed, there's nothing a miner can do. The pit and your mate cut into the hole and the crew. And the crew returned at 72. Faster and faster we watch as we gain ever more. 73 and too soon it is 74. For the record speed I believe we strive. For the main threat that's too hard to strive. If you push it past it at 75, that is the truth. I swear.
International banking, venture capital, cornering the market, you know, that sort of thing.
How would I know that sort of thing, Caroline? My father never had a corner on the market. All he ever had was a market on the corner. I warned you, running away with me would be educational. Caroline, aren't you thrilled? Finally now.
Oh, Charles, I love it when you're sarcastic. It makes me feel like we're a real married couple. Why not?
That's what we would be if your father and father had submitted. And that's exactly what we will be the minute we arrive in America.
But darling, considering our living arrangements, everyone on board thinks we're already married.
You You know perfectly well we'd have separate cabins if I could have afforded it.
Yes, but separate cabins would have meant separate beds, Charles.
Yes. Well, we had to make do with what we had, didn't we?
You don't suppose we'll burn in hell for it?
Oh, stop worrying, darling. In America, it isn't a sin at all.
What is it?
Saving money.
My dear Mr. Latimer, prepare to grease up the hotel. Our meeting is imminent. My having just rung the dinner bell, it won't be a novelty. We mostly have seen them all before. Prepare for the usual. You should be aware of what's in store. We serve them on the Baltic and the Oceanic, Olympic and Majestic, and today's the same. There's nothing changed. Mr. Astor takes his toast dry. Mrs. Strauss likes the grouse with the sauce on the side, and the Wideners love kidney pie. Bring it hot. If it's not, they'll be fit to be tied. They're accustomed to the best of all that money buys. The world of free enterprise has given this privilege to the rich. When they're idle, they're entitled to the luxury which we provide. That's forever the source of our pride, which is why we're always there with our special form of care for every hungry millionaire. By now they've all arrived. Table pristine. Here we seat the elite whom we happily serve. Here they dine on fine French cuisine. It's the creme de la creme, exclusive preserve. It's the pleasure of the leisure class's greatest wits to be where the captain sits when taking their dinner on the sea. Giving deference to their preferences is our chief art. We play our part in a perfectly working machine. You should ever be aware this is a privilege great and rare, a special burden that we bear in our respected lives.
Never forget my last tour to India in '87. We were sent there to reopen the Khyber Pass. So we were ambushed by 10,000 crazed godless savages.
EJ, have you ever had so many famous Americans in your charge at once? You know most of them, I'm sure. And of course, everyone knows the nation.
Of course. And welcome aboard, Mr. Guggenheim. You are becoming a regular on the Atlantic run.
Yes, and point of fact, this is my 34th crossing.
Wonderful.
EJ, you haven't told us how many miles we covered yesterday.
It is 484, sir.
And are you satisfied with that?
Oh, yes, I am. Better than I expected first day.
Then I'm sure we'll do even better
told you about my forced march to the Sudan. We had to relieve Chinese Gordon. He was under attack by the Maury and his horde of 12,000 crazed, godless savages.
EJ, we're all anxious to know yesterday's mileage.
519, sir.
Excellent. Sorry to interrupt your meal, Captain.
Who the devil are you?
Oh, second wireless operator, Barre, sir. The Marconi International Marine Signal Communications Company Limited.
Yes, sir. What is this, Barre?
Oh, a message, sir, from the furnace liner Rappahannock, 4 days out of Halifax. To report an iceberg.
Thank you, Mr. Barre. I can't read.
You're right. Sir. The dinner feast for Saturday, April 13th, is now being served in the first class dining room.
But the proudest moment of my career came in '02 when I was under the command of Kirchner in Johannesburg, when untold thousands of crazed, godless savages.
Mrs. Astor, I understand this is your first trip to Europe.
But not her last, Mrs. White. Certainly not her last.
And how did you find Paris, Mrs. Astor? Thank goodness I didn't have to. Take you right where it was.
Excuse me, Captain.
Yes, Mr. White.
Have you any instructions, sir, concerning our present speed?
Maintain 21 knots, Mr. Lycola.
21 knots, sir. Yes, sir. 21 knots? Really, EJ, I promised these gentlemen we'd be in New York by Tuesday afternoon. At this rate, we will never make it.
I'm afraid 'tis too soon for either of us to say, Mr. Ismay. Please, excuse me. Continue with your meeting, please. Unfortunately, Mrs. Thayer, my duties on the bridge. Not as pleasant as sitting here, but perhaps they require my attention. Forgive me, please. Carry on.
Remarkable man, our Captain Smith.
Remarkable man, our Captain Smith. Remarkable man, our Captain Smith. Remarkable, remarkable, remarkable man. Remarkable man. Remarkable man. Surprise the name. What a remarkable man. What a remarkable man. What a remarkable
Latitude 4235 north, longitude 4550 west, Captain.
And the ocean temperature, Mr. Lycola.
Down 5 degrees 34 Fahrenheit, sir. Another communication, Captain.
Another one.
They sighted a large bird at 4150 north by 4952 west.
Lots of positions, long as the reports are received.
The captain is down on new course.
Not to worry. At least 600 miles off. Not to worry. We'll keep a sharp eye, huh? And Mr. Murdoch, increase speed to 22 knots.
22 knots, Captain.
Yes, let's do everything we can to ensure Mr. Ismay does not return to the bridge.
Oh, yes, Captain.
Engine room. Increase speed. 78 revolutions.
Unless I'm mistaken, Mr. Murdoch, you were only 25 when you qualified for your master's papers. Youngest man in the line's history. Yet, here you are, still, without a ship of your own. What you waiting for, Mr. Murdoch?
The master of the ship. It carries heavy responsibility, Captain.
Every single minute, Mr. Murdoch.
Well, I'm quite certain that I'm not up to it, Captain.
Well, ship's master must be certain of everything, even when he's not. And I'm as certain of that as I am that this is my final crossing.
Captain?
After 43 years, I've informed the line of my wish to retire. But they asked me to stay on, see him through the main voyage and such. Well, the missus was a bit upset, understandably, you know, but... Oh, how could I refuse? Take over, Mr. Murdoch. Yes, sir.
last. You are the master of all that must pass. Yours to set course, yours to command. You hold their souls in the palm of your hand. You hold their souls in the palm of your hand.
Third-class passengers are reminded not to take food below to your cabin. It encourages the rats. They're always the first aboard.
Well, you're welcome to have part of my share. Sure, in the entire family can live a week chopped up without an even on me plate. Oh, the fish for free.
Free? Where you laughing? And why do you suppose they charge us every bit of 60 shillings for our passage? What do I need with all this fine cloth and electrical lighting?
Well, Jim Farrow, I'm going to have fine cloth, electric light, and a whole lot more when I get to America, including me own personal bathtub. I'm going to ride straight to the top, I will, just like cream. I will be a proper person. People will look up to me. What a girl, that girl McGowan, lady by this sorcery. I aspire to heights of glory in the new world that can be. In that grandest nation I'll stand for. Reach my very highest hope of all. I'm aiming to have a real profession, I am. Me too, me three. I want to be a lady maid,
Ich will mit guten Plänen haben.
Pressure in the upper decks. The kitchen staff are complaining that their sleeping quarters are overheated.
That's gratitude for you. In my father's day, they were lucky to have heat and all. Now tell me, Andrews, are you satisfied with our present speed?
I think so, sir.
Well, I don't mind telling you I'm very disappointed. The sea is calm, the weather is fair. Why aren't we going faster?
We're doing 22 knots, Mr. Ismay. That's faster than any White Star ship has ever managed.
Talk to me straight, Cap. You guys in Holland will build the canals, too. Was Titanic designed intentionally to run slower?
I really must protest the implication, sir. When your father ran the line, he demanded safety and comfort before speed. Canard may get their passengers there a little faster, yes, but a White Star gives them a far better ride.
It's a new world, Andrew. People want speed above all else. The Americans would gladly lose their dinner over the rail. It has been getting to New York by Tuesday afternoon.
Mr. Ismay, is there something you wanted, sir?
Yes, I was wondering if you could predict now with any certainty our arriving in New York by Tuesday afternoon.
I can only say it's possible.
Possible? It's imperative, damn it! If we have to wait till Wednesday, our return to England will be put off a full 24 hours. Titanic must be known as a six-day ship, EJ. Even the bloody Krauts can do it. And if second-rate tubs like the Deutschland and the Kaiser Wilhelm can turn around in a fortnight, then so, by God, shall we.
I'm sure that we will do everything we can, Mr. Ismay.
That's all anyone can ask, isn't it?
Excuse me. Oh, who's there? Barre. Barre. Oh, the Joker. I remember. Called to the most important place on the ship. What can I do for you, Barre?
I heard you could actually send a message back to England.
Oh, you heard right, all right. Right from here, I can send important messages to people all around the world.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll explain how it works, but it's a little... Wait a minute. Well, there's a message coming in. An iceberg warning. From the Baltic. That's your old ship.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, I'm pretty busy. What can I do for you?
Shouldn't the captain be knowing about that iceberg then?
No, not to worry. I've already sent him half a dozen warnings just like this one. If you ask me, they don't know what the bloody hell they're doing up there. Excuse my French. It's like they say in the telegraphy business. Can't be a radio operator and remain a Christian. cost for me to send a message to me girl in England. Sort of a romantic message.
Very pretty, but romantic or not, minimum rate, £2, 4 pence.
2 bloody quid! Well, that's twice what they pay me to America and back.
Well, maybe I can give you a sort of professional discount.
Yeah? What'd that cost?
Oh, nothing. We'll never know the difference.
Very much. You must be a romantic sort of person yourself.
Oh, me romantic? No. Romance and telegraphy don't mix, you see. How can you communicate with one person? You've got the entire world talking to you. I'm gonna need her name and address.
Darlene Watkins, Billthorpe, Nottinghamshire. What's that you're doing there?
Darlene Watkins, Billthorpe, Nottinghamshire. What's the rest of it?
Well, I don't know. It's got to be just the right thing. Darlene's sort of funny, you see. She told me if I couldn't take her serious, she knew somebody else that would. I'm not due back for almost 2 weeks yet, so I might as well come straight out with it. I'll be coming back to you, darling, back to your dark eyes and hair. Marry me when I return, darling, and until that day, my love, take care. Be well, may the Lord that watches all watch over thee. May God's heaven be your blanket as you softly sleep. Marry me when you're finally in my arms. You plainly see this devoted sailor's heart and soul are yours to keep. Yours to keep. Every day from G-L-O-M, good morning, old man, to G-N-O-M, good night, old man. My telegraph sends its messages to ships at sea. Sending out this-di-da-dis-da-dis, this-di-da-dis-da-dis, this-di-da-dis-da. I was young and shy, detached and sad, spent my days indoors, a homebound lad. Hardly spoke, few friends, I kept myself to myself, quite alone. Then I found Marconi's telegraph. It could span the planet width by half, 50 yards, 2,000 miles, the same. Touch the spark, sound the tone, and the night was alive with 1,000 voices fighting to be heard, and each and every one of them connected to me, and my life came alive with 1,000 voices, tapping out each word, like 1,000 people join a single heartbeat, tapping out our dit-dit-da-dit-da-dit, dit-dit-da-dit-da-dit, dit-dit-da-dit-da. Everywhere, marry me. So alive with 1,000 may the Lord that watches all watch over thee, and every one of them connected to me. Marry me. So alive with 1,000
tapping out our dit-dit-da-dit-da-dit. Marry me, da-dit-da-dit. Marry me, da-dit-da. Signed, Fred.
Message received.
Follow the band and shout, isn't it a lovely day? Watching all the ladies in Parisian fashion on display. It's a musical treat to hear bands of the beat performing their latest rag. How do you do, my friend? So good to see you once more. How long since we first met? Has it been 3 days or 4? It seems like so much longer than a little weekend jag on the ship by ourselves on this glorious afternoon. I love the cool of the breeze to the rhythm of the song in your knees, promenading along at your ease like a feather in the air. Is that a hint of a chill when you're dancing out of doors? It's a thrill, keeps you hearty and healthier still. Take a partner if you dare. Everyone is bursting with emotion, dancing as they cross the mighty ocean. Moving to the rhythm of the latest rag. Come on and dance with me, please. Feel the rhythm of the song in your knees, promenading along at your ease, like a feather in the air. Is that a hint of a chill when you're dancing outdoors? It's a thrill, keep you hearty and healthier still. Take a partner if you dare.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing enjoyment, we proudly present the D'Amicos.
Out on the well deck, this personnel deck, fill all the ocean spray. Get yourself on the upper hotel deck, oh what a swell deck. Kick all your cares away. Turn the corner on the front parallel deck, raise them hotel deck. Watch all the girls sashay. How the ragtime music will take you away. Dance with me, please, feel the rhythm of the song in your knees, promenading along at your ease, like a feather in the air. It's as a hint of a chill, in dancing outdoors it's a thrill, keeps you hearty and healthier still. Take a partner if you dare. it's an absolutely great to dance on days. Why don't you just calm down, Alice, and enjoy what we have?
Please don't tell me never. I want it forever. There's a new world around us, Edgar.
Won't you ever give up that view?
I want more than we've got now, Edgar. Why don't you?
I don't know. What do you expect us to do?
I don't know, Edgar. I'm going for a walk now. I need to be alone for a while.
Three bells, Mr. Murdoch.
Thank you, Mr. Lightoller. Hold your course, Quartermaster. West, northwest, 292 degrees.
West, northwest, 292 degrees. Aye, aye, sir.
Mr. Murdoch, what's our present speed?
Nearly at 22 knots, sir.
Have been any reports of mechanical difficulties since reaching the speed?
No, sir. None at all.
Very good. Increase speed to 23 knots.
Captain, there's been another ice warning. The Masaba reports a large berg at 42 degrees north.
42 degrees.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's in total agreement with all the other reports. Except this one from the French liner La Terrain. 41 degrees. Now that puts us considerably closer, doesn't it? How do you explain the difference?
Must be an error in transmission, sir.
The radio. I'll never accept that damn thing.
I'm afraid it's here to stay, sir.
Which means we'll soon be taking our orders from safe drive into offices on shore.
It's a brand new world, Captain.
Thank God I won't be around to see it. 23 knots, Mr. Miller.
Aye, sir. Engine room. Increase speed. 81 revolutions of the wing propellers, Mr. Bell.
I'm still waiting, Mr. Strauss.
For what?
For the reason you sent our son Jesse a radio message.
He and his cousin Nathan want to make Macy's the largest retail store in the world. They even want to give away catalogs like Sears and Roebuck. Totally ridiculous.
What did you tell them?
So go ahead. It's a new world out there, Mr. Strauss. I don't pretend to understand it.
Good evening, sir. Henriette's first class steward.
Good evening. Edgar Bean, second class, passing.
Bean. I know that name.
You probably ran into my wife. She likes dancing with millionaires.
Ah, yes. Quite so, sir. My condolences.
That's a far-off look I'm seeing in your eye cage. Which far-off place is it you're looking at? America or Ireland?
Well, if you must know, I was thinking about a friend of mine. Very dear friend. Seems she left home because she made a mistake. Mistake she couldn't get rid of.
Should have been more careful.
So what are you going to do with the rest of your life, Mr. Strauss?
Who knows? Maybe run for Congress again. To tell you the truth, I really liked it there. And the best part is, you don't have to know anything.
It seems she wants more out of life than I can give her.
Isn't that always the way, sir? I had a wife once.
What happened?
Nothing. I still have her. In all my years, I never saw it so calm.
Is it my imagination, or are we going faster than ever before?
So if my friend were here instead of me, Jim, what would you say to her?
Well, I'd say, what would I call her then?
We're all named Kate, you know that.
Well, I'd say, Kate, do you know who the father is?
What's a sad question? What do you take her for?
And he refused to go with her. Well, decent work being hard to find, he probably didn't want to leave his job.
Or his wife. So tell me, Jim Farrell, could a decent fella learn to care for a woman who already has a single family?
Oh, well played, sir. After, that's going to cost us.
It's your deal, Major. Mr. Rogers, your reputation as a fine bridge player is well earned. You played an excellent game.
Well, thank you, sir.
You just asked for your uncommonly lucky.
Bridge isn't a game of chess, Mr. Adams.
No, it reminds me of the time I was playing bridge with Lord Raglan during the Crimean campaign. When late at night, 2,000...
Praise godless savages.
You know, I've been told on very good authority that there are professional gamblers on board. Card sharpers who actually make their living traveling back and forth across the Atlantic.
Cameras? Nonsense! How do these rumors start?
Well, you can be sure they're here, Major. After all, how could they
It's a beautiful night, Mrs. Kress. Even though there's no moon, look at all the stars and you find the Big Dipper.
The Big Dipper? I can't even find our old staple. Every time I go out for a walk, finding my way back is an adventure.
Maybe you should drop breadcrumbs.
Can you feel how cold it's getting, Mrs. Strauss? Oh, in the past couple of hours, would you like me to get your first soul?
Want to maybe never see you again?
No, thank you. I'd rather freeze.
I call the
Not now, there's much more.
But I don't, You're a funny one, keep me going.
Funny, thanks very much.
Because you come right up with what you want.
I can find that funny to you. What kind of girl do you think I am? You think I need to be told what I want? Life is too short for that, me boyo.
The weather's quite changed, Mr. Lightoller.
Yes, sir, it's turned very cold. 1 point above freezing.
Ocean temperature's down to 31 degrees, sir.
Warn the carpenter to check our supply of fresh water, Mr. Murdoch, and tell the engine room to watch the sea winches.
Aye, aye, sir.
There's not much wind, is there?
Keep me up that and we go sailing, sailing, heavy westward on the fight. We go sailing, sailing, ever on the wing.
Well, good night, gentlemen. Tommy's just inside. Keep a sharp watch. The naked eye is something you can depend on.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night, Captain. Roadnet, this is the bridge. Keep an eye peeled for ice.
Basking in today's America. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get there, darling? After marrying me, of course.
Apply to the sports desk of an important New York newspaper. I'm sure they can use a journalist with my experience.
But darling, you don't know anything about American sports, do you?
It's not too terribly complicated, really. Their football is similar to our rugby, you see. Except for some reason their chaps need to wear a lot of padding.
They sound like an eminently sensible race.
Let us both hope so. That's why we're going there.
Adam, this happens to be a smoker.
So I see.
Women are never permitted in the first class smoking room, madam.
Don't get so shocked, gentlemen. It's a new world out there.
And going to throw me down and kiss me then?
Ahead we plow into the darkening night. Can't see the bow, how then to search with only starlight? The moon low with nothing is too high, nothing is by. No waves, no swell, no line when singing cry. Till there's darkness and the couldn't say, Mr. Guggenheim, but I don't imagine it's anything much, sir. Wake up, wake up! Wake up, wake up!
Mr. Ashton, is anything wrong?
I don't think so, madam. Just following orders. Wake up, wake up!
We've grazed it just below the waterline on the starboard side.
How far is this then?
I don't know yet. All stations damage reports. The exact time of contact is 11:40 p.m. One of us should enter it in the log.
We only grazed it. It couldn't be that fast.
Then we've nothing to worry about, have we?
Report, Mr. Murtaugh.
We struck an iceberg, sir, starboard side. We don't yet know the full extent of the damage, but I've taken the liberty of rousing the passengers.
I want them on deck wearing life preservers. At the very least, we can use a drill. We've never had one, have we?
No, sir.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. First floor passengers, proceed at once to the salon. Please bring your life preservers and await further instructions. Please. The captain would be most grateful if you proceed to the Grand Salon, and please dress warmly.
Taking water good with 4, 5, and 6. If 6 of the water's already up to their knees.
Close the water tight doors, Mr. Lightoller. Then see that the pumps are activated. Rouse the carpenter. Have him sound the ship.
It's all done, sir.
Our position, Mr. Murdoch. Mr. Murdoch, our position, man.
Latitude 41 degrees, 44 minutes west. Longitude 50 degrees, 24 minutes north. There.
Inform the radio room. For God's sake, Mr. Murdoch, let go of the helm. We're dead in the water.
I'm sorry, sir.
Second class passengers, proceed to the first class salon. Please get your life preservers and await further instructions. Get up now, get dressed now, put on your woman's clothing. What's happening? Do you know? Why has the ship stopped? I understand an iceberg cracked some of her new paint, and the captain doesn't want to go on until she's fixed up good as new, sir.
I think I'll stay my house and finish my book.
I'm afraid you'll have to go right to the first class Grand Salon, madam. Captain's orders. Everyone, please, you must get your life preservers right away. There's no time to lose.
I can't go up there looking like this. I said to fix my basement.
The ship will be fixed before that, Alice.
Stop. I want an immediate explanation.
We have struck an iceberg, Mr. Eastberg.
That was pretty damn careless, wasn't it?
We are trying to assess damage, sir.
Damage? What damage?
We're taking on water in the boiler room, but we've closed the emergency doors. I'm quite certain everything's under control.
I trust you'll have us underway as soon as possible.
Mr. Andrews is making a complete be patient. He'll have his report the moment it's available.
In that case, I see no need to alarm the passengers.
Third class passengers, or in the back of the well deck, please get your life preservers and await further instructions.
What's going on? There was this terrible scrape and stuff, and then we just lost. What are we supposed to do then?
I'm going upstairs and have a look.
You'll wait right here where you were told.
Stretching 300 feet along her starboard side. There's water in the forepeak, in the number 1, 2, and 3 holes, in the mailroom, and in 3 of the boiler rooms. In all, 6 of the 16 compartments have been breached.
But you assured us those compartments were watertight.
She was designed to stay afloat with any 3 flooded, perhaps even 4. Certainly not.
What are you saying, Andrews?
Titanic is sinking, Mr. Ismay.
Nonsense. God himself couldn't sink this ship.
How long has she got, Mr. Andrews?
An hour and a half, Captain. 2 hours at the most.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The captain would appreciate it if you all were wearing your life preservers.
Over here, Mr. Edson, over here.
I'll be right with you, Mr. Astor.
Mr. Edson, what the devil's going on here?
Tell me straight, man. Are we in any danger?
Danger, Mr. Guggenheim, on this ship. Mr. Astor, please, your life belt. Mr. Guggenheim, please put it on now. Captain's orders. Ladies and gentlemen, wear your life belt. Mrs. Widener, if you would, ma'am. Mr. Fair, we must insist now. It's a mere formality, there is no cause for concern. We'll be on our way. A minor delay now. A simple precaution. A moment of rest. We'll be on our way. We hardly need stay now. In a moment or two, she'll be right again traveling west.
Now, see here, Mr. Edson. I demand to know exactly what is happening.
The latest word, sir, seems to be that she's damaged one of the wing propellers, and we could be delayed for an entire day, sir.
I don't like the way this sounds. Not a bit, not a little bit. We spent £1,800 on this, not a bit, not a little bit. This is not the sort of a voyage we pay for. I demand to know what the ship is being laid for right now.
Christ! Look who's here, it's the second class.
Yeston, look, when I tell you, everybody who's anybody.
You're the only one here at open.
Everything is going to the dress class. Suddenly appointed for the free. Now the bus gets a trip to
Please, your life belt. Please put it on now. It's a mere formality. There is no cause for concern. We'll be on our way. Our mind is remaining out. Our business precaution. Our moments of rest. We'll be on our way. We are these days. Mr. Guggenheim, please upstairs now.
Wondering
Why not, if you would, ma'am? It's a mere formality, there is no hope for concern. We'll be on our way, our mind is remaining now. Our business precaution, our moment of rest. We'll be on our way, we hurry stay now. Any minute now, any minute now, any minute now. We'll be on our way, we'll be on our way, we'll be on our way, our way, our way.
over here, Kate, right here, Kate. There's water rolling on the floor, coming underneath the door. Everything on in there's lots more. It's 2 foot deep in a windstorm of glory. The ship is sinking.
What are we supposed to do then? Ground up on the contract. Supposed to be doused. There's Michael. They're up there. Hunting up there. Now down. These two teams. These three teams. How the hell do we get up there? How the hell do we get through that gate? How long are we supposed to wait? Who the hell is looking out for us?
What are you people doing here? Don't you know the ship's on the way down?
Who are you then?
Frederick Barrett, Stoker. We've got to get to the lifeboats.
What the hell do you think we're trying to do, man?
They're goners for sure. If we don't get to those lifeboats.
There's got to be another way.
There is no other way.
I know one. I snuck up to the reading room yesterday, and I didn't get caught neither.
How did this terrible thing happen? The marvelous ship. The marvelous ship.
Hurry up before we all drown.
Will you wait and see? We're going to end up having to swim to America.
Ladies and gentlemen, this way, please. We're headed for the boat deck.
Now, don't answer. I want to make sure we're in the safe right so that the answer. Please.
Relax, like
Dear, this ship could stay 100 icebergs that we would.
I've never been on an open boat in my entire life.
Last week in Vienna, a fortune teller told me beware the water.
Charles promised me we'll stay together no matter what.
I promised, Dorothy.
As long as it seems like I'm going to get right where we are.
My diamonds! I forgot my diamonds!
Never mind, it's much better when we get to the show.
Plenty of time on the China Seas during the Boxing Rebellion of 1900.
If anything should happen to me, I would be very grateful if you deliver this message to my sister in Ohio.
But I'm sure you'll be all right, Mr.
I count things, madam. I count cars and I count lifeboats. There aren't enough. And I want my sister to know that I was aboard this ship.
But Mr. Rogers, your name is on the
My actual name is Jaye Yates.
The famous card shopper. But I won several $100 from you.
Our game is rough.
Yes, Mr.
I'm sure it hasn't escaped your notice that there are in excess of 2,200 souls
I'm
on
well
the ship.
aware
A
of
space for less than 1,000 on the lifeboat.
I didn't design the ship, Mr. Andrews.
And I didn't instruct the management on the number of boats.
Evidently, 40 boats were enough to satisfy the line. How many would we need to save every man, woman, and child aboard?
54. But the line felt that anything over 20 would take away too much deck space from first sight. That means more than half of us are going to die in approximately 90 minutes.
Not if a ship arrives.
Do you know?
On my way to find out.
Captain, the first and second class passengers are proceeding to the boat deck as ordered. The third class passengers are assembled below on the well deck, awaiting your instructions.
Captain, I don't think the passengers or the crew fully comprehend their predicament yet. You'll have to tell them, of course.
Tell them what, Mr. Andrews? That well over 1,200 of them are already dead? I think not, sir. There'd be general panic. They kill each other in order to survive.
Awaiting instructions, Captain.
What? I want you a pal in charge of loading boats.
But the third class passengers, sir, they're still below.
Your concern, Mr. Marcola. Carry on.
Yes, sir.
Are you taking it upon yourself to decide who lives and who dies? I'd remind you that while you are captain, you were not hired to play God!
Let it be God who decides.
It appears that God is already leaning toward the first class.
How so?
They are the closest to the lifeboats, aren't they?
Perhaps they'll even the score by sitting on the ship.
CQD, Titanic, CQD, situation critical. Oh, I repeat, situation critical.
Radio man, have you reached any ships?
Oh, can't you see I'm busy? Go bother the captain.
This is the captain.
Sorry, sir.
Sit down, Mr.
Bride, sir. With the Marconi International Marine
Right.
Signal Communication.
Down. And continue.
Yes, sir.
Have you reached any ships in the immediate vicinity, Mr. Bride?
About 6 or 7, sir. The closest seems to be the Carpathia, Cunard liner.
I know Carpathia, Mr. Bride.
She received our CQD at 11:58 p.m. and says she's turning around and coming hard.
How far is she?
About 58 miles, sir.
It's more than 4 hours.
Carpathia can't be the only ship in the vicinity, Mr. Bride.
There was one other. The Californian. Her signal was much stronger. I put her within at least 10 miles. But since the accident, she hasn't responded.
Why not?
I don't know, sir. EJ, you've got to do something.
And what do you suggest, Mr. Eastman?
We need another ship here, immediately.
Unfortunately, the closest is 4 hours away.
ships only carry one radio man, sir. He must have signed off and gone to bed.
We'll keep trying.
There is a new distress call, SOS. It's hardly ever been used, but it's much easier to read than to be
Try
clear.
anything you like, Mr. Bride. You must rouse that ship.
Yes, sir. SOS. Titanic, SOS. Oh, come in, Californian. Where the hell are you? Why aren't you answering?
Surely something can be done to help us.
Thousands on board, trusting and warm, roused from their sleep, sent up above, unsinkable ship. What is she now? What is she now?
She won't go down. She'll stay afloat. Possibly all this could come to an end on a positive note.
Not unless the ship could fly. Not unless we all sprout wings. Honestly, sir, I have built her from scratch, and I know certain things.
If you know so much, why didn't you know to prevent it? What to become of us all now that Providence sends it? This is your work, mister, and you have done us in. Where's her leaf-proof bucket? Where's her double hit? It's your job if someone must take the blame. It is you. You.
If a ship falls, held without care, living their lives, dreaming their dreams, dreaming their dreams.
Possibly a ship will come. Possible will all be saved.
Damn it, son, listen, we're hemorrhaging fast. It's our hull that's been saved.
Couldn't you design it right? Well, courtesy of that grip.
Dismay unjust is the business of building. It's God who sinks ships.
There's the captain who sailed us straight into disaster.
Now it's the captain's turn, pray, who has since disaster. Why then thank you, Mr. Dismay, for your contribution. Now please pray for some miraculous solution. Your planning is perfect. Now help us see. If you can.
Move for speed and to break every record. Move and to keep all the millionaires happy.
How dare you win? I will not stand here indicted. Who is the warning how iceberg was sighted? Who just refused to extend us the bulkhead?
You start to give the first class with us dangerous.
And who undermined the position for captain?
And who took the course to walk off for the season?
And who got insisting we learn from the sooner?
And who said
Who had to eyeball the largest and who did it? Who did it?
Who did it?
Who
I'm telling you to get into the lifeboat.
I refuse.
Refuse? How can you refuse? After 40 years, you cannot refuse.
I'm sorry, Isidore, but after 40 years, how can I leave you now?
Because you must be saved.
For what? To live without you? Absolutely not. Where you go, I go.
19. Well, death rarely occurs to the young. Neither does anything else, as a matter of fact.
Rather a pity. Actually, it was a terribly good crossing up to now. So many agreeable people.
Few too many climbers, I thought. Lately, I've noticed that anyone with a few $1 million considers himself rich.
Is it possible? Do you think we have this coming?
The hell you say, man?
For God's sake, Benjamin, what have we done?
I can't help remembering something Balzac wrote. He said, behind every great fortune lies a great crime. So let's confess it. Who wants to start?
That water looks cold in a polar bear's keister, and it won't be long before we end up to ours. Edgar B. Hardware. Jaye. Gambler. Sound like interesting work. How about I give you two-handed studs at the top? Sure, why not? I warn you. I cheat. So what? I'm not going to pay you anyway.
That was your wife you're saying goodbye to then.
Almost. We were going to be married when we got to America.
Yes? How was she be married when we got back to England?
Seems we're both going to wind up bachelors.
Well, it could be worse, sir.
Really? How?
At least we're not making any widows now, are we?
Good point. What would you gentlemen say to a good stiff drink?
I'd say one won't be nearly enough.
I'll play lifeboat for the
Launch, Captain.
Thank you. You have a remarkably sunny disposition, boy. How old are you?
14, sir.
I was a cabin boy at 14. What are you called?
Edward, sir.
Really? So am I.
All of the ladies are first class, except one. Please be away, Captain.
Thank you, Mr. Hedges.
I'm afraid most of the gentlemen we know are still aboard. There's no hope, I suppose. I see. Who could have imagined it up? Everyone said she was unsinkable.
Mr. Ismay was fond of boasting that Titanic was her own lifeboat.
It must have been before he used one of the little ones to save his own skin.
More than anything else, the man wanted a legend. Well, now, by God, he's got one.
Captain, I want you to know that I take full responsibility. I was the ranking officer on the bridge at the time of the... If I were a shipmaster, I would have ran that iceberg head on. We'd have stayed the bow. Perhaps lost a few people. But the ship, it would have survived.
I'm sure you did what you thought best at the time, Mr. Murdoch.
You expected more of me, sir. You had every right. But your expectations, they were misplaced.
The truth is, I've been uncommonly lucky. In my 43 years at sea, I've served on them all of the White Star ships. And in all that time, I have never been in or even seen a shipwreck or any other calamity worth speaking of.
Autumn
Lately I'm always cold.
Come, I'll blow on your fingers.
Save your breath.
What for?
Mr. Strauss?
Mr. Etchings.
Mrs. Strauss? A glass of champagne, perhaps?
Champagne? Why? Do you think we have something to celebrate?
I brought the Cristal 1898. The last bottle left.
My goodness, it would be a shame to open it.
Under the circumstances, madam, I think it'd be a shame not to.
Won't you join us for a glass, Mr. Etchings?
Later, perhaps, sir. I still have my regular people to attend. May I say, it has been my great pleasure over the years serving you both.
Who else?
Who else? No. You're still a pretty good-looking fella.
I would have to be to keep such a beautiful wife. Still, the way I love you still lives in my heart.
After all the years we've been together,
All things are gone. Still, the way you move me still feels as it did when you first became mine. Whisper the words, I will. I loved you then, and I love you still.
no one else could say you're own. Forever know my mind.
Companion of my soul, I won't turn from you. I learn from still.
Fortune changes,
Still, always we've known that the promise we made kept us as one and well. I loved you then, and I love you. I declare this vessel lost. From now on, is every man for himself.
Just occurs to look at the blueprints here show the weaknesses that we have missed. How the walls supported the 300-foot gash caused the bows to flood into lift, and then it filled to the top second watertight compartments and began to overflow, because the walls in between the compartments are too low. She's only sinking because these bulkheads stop a deck too low. But as I thought, take a line and extend up the walls to the brink. It's just a small redesign. When it's done, then I know she can't think. Like this. And then like this. Like this. Like this. Water lapping at her feet. Down sinks the bow, or flies the stern to the sky. The panicked people in retreat. 1,000 strong, they'll climb up toward the aft deck. They'll cling there desperately like these to a hive. There they'll hold fast, doomed to the last, lost and abandoned, and all still alive. A few of them will hang there from the railing, as one by one they drop away. More than 250 feet they will fall, and after that I cannot say. I will not say. The rest is swarmed will overrun the boat deck. They'll lose all sense of right and wrong. It will be every man for himself, all right. The weak running with all the strong. First class and third and second will be nothing, and sheer humanity alone will prevail. One single class, brute, hearted craft, that's what will come of the world that sets sail. Shall we all meet in autumn? Shall we all meet in autumn?
One moment the ship was there. Next, she was gone.
There were over 1,000 poor souls floundering in freezing water.
We wanted to go back to the forts to pick them up.
But they would have swamped us, and no one could survive.
The sound they made was deafening. Like there was an entire football stadium out there in the dark somewhere.
And after half an hour, it will just stop.
And the thing to say, it was for me.
I'll hear those voices the rest of my life. Why shouldn't I take the spot from the lifeboat? It would have gone empty.
There were over 450 empty seats in the lifeboat. It was so very cold. It was so brave alone in the dark in the middle of the ocean.
If only I had seen that iceberg before it was too late.
If only they hadn't kept increasing the speed.
If only the Californians had heard my call.
I stayed with the key till the very end. They could have saved every man, woman, and child on board. We were only 95 miles from dry land.
When dawn came, there was ice everywhere. It was all bathed in pink, and hundreds of deck chairs floating in the water.
And all of the poor women and children in third class who never even made it to the boat.
All 50 bellboys, none more than 15 years old, went to their deaths without a whimper.
And all the musicians who kept on playing awful right to the very end.
With only 711 survivors, 1,517 souls had lost their lives.
Including the man I call my husband.
And my husband. And my husband. And my husband. And my husband.
In a matter of only a few minutes, the largest moving object on Earth had totally disappeared.